Today, Seaboard Coastline Productions and I had a chance to go down to the Richmond Science Museum, formerly the ACL and the RF&P's Broad Street Station. Once a year for 3 days, the Science Museum hosts a very big train show that has many layouts and many different scales included. In this video, you will see many of the layouts and a few of the freight cars they have outside on display in the rail yard. I hope you enjoy.
It's a loud sound of steam. Yeah.
This is kind of what the one does. They have little tan.
This must be a private car.
Alright, waiting for one or two more people, I think. Okay, come on in, come on in. Alright, ma'am, if I could have you step in and close the door for me, please. Thank you so much. Alright, welcome to Car ONE. This is a Pullman Green business car. It was built in 1919. Now, I call this the corporate jet of the railroad age. If you look around the car, you might be able to figure out why. All the wood that you see throughout the car is all mahogany. Now, in 1919, all of that woodwork would have been done by hand. So there's a lot of hand craftsmanship on display here in Car ONE. This car would have been reserved for the use of the railroad company executives, elected officials, VIPs. They could not walk into the station and buy a ticket to ride on this car. This was exclusive. Right now we're standing in the lounge. To my left and my right, those are fold-down beds. There are 3 additional bedrooms on the car. There is a private bathroom, there's a shower, there's a full dining room, there's the galley, and there's the Stewards Quarters. All that is on this car. So, this car came with a butler called the steward. The steward's job was to take care of all the passengers' needs while they were on board the car. So the steward would prepare and serve all the meals in the dining room, and if you were a passenger on the car and you needed something, say you're sitting back here in the lounge and you decided maybe you'd like some coffee. What you would do is hit one of the white buttons that you see throughout the car. That rings a bell in the steward's quarters, just like that one. That rings a bell in the steward's quarters, and there's a thing called the Annunciator Panel. The Annunciator Panel shows the steward where someone pressed the button. So the steward knows who to come to, find out what it is that person wants, and then bring it to them. So not a bad way to travel when you think about it. This car also came standard with air conditioning in 1919, which was powered by large blocks of ice. It's kind of crude compared to what we have now, but for 1919, that was cutting edge stuff. So you might notice this couch over here. This does not look like it's 100 years old. It's not. This is from the last period when the car was in operation during the 1980s. The RF&P Railroad Company would use this car to transport company executives, invited guests, and elected officials up to Redskins games at RFK Stadium in D.C. Not a bad way to get around on game day if you can pull it off. Alright, any questions before I send you on the rest of the tour? Alright, please enjoy the rest of Car ONE. Thank you very much. We do ask you try not to touch anything. It is 100 years old, so we only open it up on special occasions. But please do feel free to look around as long as you like. Thank you.
Just wait.
Okay? Yes, ma'am. You're welcome.
What is this for?
So information about Car ONE, yeah.
you could fit in those beds.
Yeah, you'll see one of them's open in the third bedroom. I'm not a terribly big guy, but I don't think I'd be really comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would do, my friend. I really don't.
You could just sleep on the floor.
What is this?
Still in my life.
What is that? I don't know. Is it? Yeah, probably a
That's a
closet.
bathroom.
Oh, this is
That's
a
a closet. This is the bathroom.
Oh, wow. So there's your beds. So there's
Up on the
Right
bed.
into the
No, that's a lot.
Also use this area as a beyond, you'll see the kitchen and the Stewards Quarters. Be sure to look behind the kitchen to the right, you'll see the Stewards berth. And high on the wall in there to the left is the box, that's the Annunciator box. So the button is well, the number on that box, you can tell the steward where he was needed. Hi, welcome to the dining room.
How are you?
Oh, watch your head there. You're probably used to that. This is the dining room. The china on display is the Lenox Tuxedo pattern, which was the second set of china used here on Car ONE. The first set was called Diana, and that had been discontinued, so they replaced it with the Tuxedo Lenox. You can also see some of the stemware here. Like most rooms on the car, it's multi-purpose. We have a small writing desk. Beyond, you'll see the kitchen and the Stewards Quarters. Be sure to look behind the kitchen to your right. You'll see the steward's berth. And high on the wall in there to your left is the Annunciator. When a button was pressed in any of the rooms, it would flash a number on that the Annunciator box to tell the steward where he was needed.
It's pretty neat.
Traveling in style.
There's the kitchen. There's the kitchen.
Kitchen.
Oh, that's good.
So you guys want to go see the horse?
So you got a good idea of what luxury was like in 1919? We had blocks of ice and the blowers blew over the blocks of ice to provide air conditioning for the prisoners.